Oh, don't we do this every year? Oh yeah. It's only 3 wagons, not 5. And Sam has since widened his driveway. So we're out here in redneck suburbia. Bailing up some backyards. And well, we made it with our wagon train of wagons. Man, we could almost bail the backyard there. Our grass got a little tall. Looks like it's headed out nicely, practically second cut. Oh, yay, we made it. Well, we gotta get some raking done before we can tie this stuff up. We'll take a quick look at it, see what we got. So it was really cloudy when I mowed this Thursday. It's now Saturday. This wad's a bit bigger than my liking. That's pretty dry. We've had good breeze, good wind. I don't know if you can see the trees. It may not be hot, but it's windy and the humidity's down. That's huge. Huge. It's more important than temperature. Low humidity and a breeze. Well, for once I get to do a little filming. I need to get back to raking. Brennan's out here driving. He was tedding while I mowed yesterday in that last video. I don't have any action of him tedding. I should have, but I didn't. But we're getting started with baling. It really helps open up the field for raking not to have the headlands here. Especially because we gotta have 2 things going. Like I would rake all the straight rows first and then, you know, make the headland loops. But it's kind of hard to have them going and trying to keep the hay from getting run over too much. Because we can see all the run over stuff back here. We got a tire track and there's still some hay in it. There's, you know, a tire track back there, and that's just, you know, part of the product of tedding and raking and running over it and mowing. You gotta have some place to drive. Can't not run over all of it, unfortunately. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Sam's going to a track meet.
Yeah, I'm slacking.
Yeah. But the hay's just that thick. Yay, rain, right? How's the weight? You still feeling fresh? They feel heavy? Should we loosen the chamber? Should we loosen the chamber? Are they heavy? Too heavy? What? What? No. Don't want to give away too much, eh? Okay. That's 2 turns off to start the day. I took another turn off. No, I'm trying to keep from killing you, because you'll start out all fresh, be like, oh yeah, they feel great. And then you're down to the end of the wagon and like, man, these are getting heavy, because you've been running back and forth because they're punching them out so quick. Yeah, we're trying to save the health, not kill it. Okay, well, hopefully they have that going smoothly. Let's get back to what we're supposed to be doing. The rake. Yeah, see, this drives me nuts. Can't do anything about it because, well, it's halfway plastered to the ground. I can't run the rake as a dethatcher. There will be no tines left if I run it in the dirt. So there's a little bit of sacrifice for dry hay. We'll probably lose a solid 5% thanks to tedding, but, you know, or at least we're able to be out here today instead of having to wait another day. I don't know when it's going to rain again. The forecast looks really good. It could be a while, but we just got to make the most of the time right now and roll. Okay, pick a gear, probably a fast one. trying to rake these windrows really tight. They're not necessarily big. I don't want to rake them too big. But if you can see the wind is helping. The wind is, wow, geez, the wind really opened up that windrow. That's gonna drive me nuts. I hate that. We're gonna have to like go through and touch that one up because it's opened that one wide. Jeez. But hey, wind is a good thing. Wind makes dry hay. Okay, we're taking a drive-by. Let's see how we're doing. I don't want to have to play cleanup, but man, there's some toughs. It's like these windrows are not staying together with the wind. There's so much hay though that, you know, I'd say we're definitely getting plenty of it. I just hate, I don't know, I like to be clean with it. Get it all. We can get it all. There's no reason not to miss it. But apparently we're missing just a hair. Trying to do a little drive-by cleanup and push it with the way the wind wants to go. And we'll quick zip by here. Oh yeah, we also baled this backyard too, so I can sneak by. And the rake is working in my favor. Pushing hay out of the way. I wonder if Sam's dying already. Ooh, I really don't want to sit here and have to like touch up every single one of these because of the wind. But you can see how it's unrolled it, and I'm going the wrong way anyways. So when I push it, I'm pushing it into the wind, and the wind's going to push it back and unroll it. Like there's a whole bunch that came undone. Maybe it'll stay this time. After it sits for a few minutes and the weight holds it down, we're good. We just got to get there. We need that break for the hay to settle a second. Well, it is going incredibly well. Sun's getting low, but that's the story of my life. Yeah, the yield is fantastic. The quality is practically second cut because it's so late, and all the stems have rotted out. Hopefully, like the camera shows off just like how soft and leafy, grass leafy it is. Oh, it is wonderful. We're having a great day. But I guess we're in a Chinese fire drill here, and I'm gonna drive baler and Brennan will rake. And well, Sam still gets to be slave labor. Maybe we'll let him drive at some point. Well, now I get to try to talk over the 6610. We switched jobs a little bit. Still working Sam to death back there. But we see Brennan way over yonder raking. This is just always a huge hay party. I wouldn't know what I would do if it was just one big, I guess we'll call it maybe 20-acre field. I don't know. Because there's a backyard. We already baled that one. So that's 4. We're in 5. And then there's another one behind us, makes 6. Plus there's some behind the house. It just keeps multiplying. Every year there's like another neighbor. Like, well, can you bale ours too? More hay is good hay. And this year with all the rain, yeah, the yield's great. But being that it's August 1st, I'm not putting a whole lot of hope in a second cut because A, if we get the rain, I'm going to be so backed up on trying to get everything else done. Like there's a lot of round bale stuff that I do that I plan on only one cutting, and it's usually happening, say, in August. And we're not getting started until now, really. So when you talk about being behind the 8-ball, now the 8-ball's already ran us over and trampled us down, I feel like. And we're playing catch-up, but at least it seems to be good quality. Plenty of it. But it's also, like, I have this theory about how many cuts, like there's dairy farms, they only milk once a day. And their production is 75% of what it would be if they milk twice a day. So the multiple milkings, you're doing twice the work, it's only 25% more. So other than the fact of weed control and cutting multiple times, we just love to try like a single cutting. The problem is we have a lot of variables with weather. And those weather variables, you know, it's going to take multiple years, not just 1 year, to be like, oh yeah, we can get away with one cutting. But like last year, we didn't have the rain to even make a second cutting, really. I should have been out here with a lawnmower and a bagger. And well, out of like off of all 20 acres, we only got like 200 bales. I don't know if this is 20, it's probably maybe 15, who knows. The numbers don't matter as long as there's hay, right? As long as there's lots of hay. Oh, might as well film some more. Since I'm sitting here and have nothing else better to do besides drive. Going slow enough I can look behind me. And we'll watch Sam demonstrate the use your legs method to stack. See that, how he made that platform and walked on up? Yeah. Instead of just trying to be all upper body and throw the bales. I mean, we're on our legs all day. Humans have really strong legs. We don't use them. Apparently he's signing something to me about a giant mold running around over there. I guess it survived being mowed, and it'll probably survive being baled, hopefully. It's kind of rough when you find half an animal in a bale, or half a snake. But it depends on if you find the front half or the back half, which end is trying to bite you. It's time to watch me finish the front of this wagon. It's not a load unless it's overloaded. So I'm trying to put as much on as possible. But might take this minute, pretend like we get a little political here every once in a while, and acknowledge the fact that the Charlie Kirk shooting happened earlier this week. Like, wow, people, come on. If you don't like somebody's opinion, you can go up and talk to them. It's not like he was hiding behind a screen or anything else. He came out to the public, shared his opinions, and gave everybody full chance to debate. I did think it was funny how many folks, they debate him and then get all flabbergasted that, you know, well, he had time to prepare. I'm like, well, you knew he was coming to your campus. You had plenty of time. You could prepare your argument, too. Well, can't we just agree to disagree sometimes, right? Some folks can't even stand to do that. So this one isn't going to be overly impressive. I don't know if I'll get on the bale chute for this yet. But we're trying to get as many on. The day is getting short here in this video. That's like most baling days. We've got a lot of catch up to play. I mean, obviously it's a lot farther along in hay season, but I will have made in about 6 weeks 3 months worth of hay. But we haven't had rain for a month. Okay. Well, this is day 2. I think we're still in the same video. Adam's driving, Brendan had to go. And we got a new face, Tim over there. He gets to be a YouTube star. Everybody wave to Tim. And Sam gets to be a slave driver. Apparently Tim has never baled hay before. Or never had to stack. Maybe he's driven. I don't know. He worked for the local co-op, so he's driven big machinery. But now we're putting him to work, sweating. And Adam's driven for us in years past. Doing a lovely job. The goal is a smooth day. We've already broken one shear bolt, missed that on video. Can't video all the bad stuff, but this is a moment where we could have broken a shear bolt. There was a bit of a big wad there. So the problem was this was raked late in the day, so it wasn't, the sun was going down. It wasn't as fully dry as it could have been if it was raked, say, earlier, like 4 or 5 o'clock. But the dew never set in, so I figured we were fine. Well, enough yik-yakking, enough watching them. Of course, it is nice to look at this beautiful grass being tied up. I got to get back to raking. We just got to imagine them doing all the sweat work over here. Oh, I'm back raking again. But we got to take a quick little break in the raking. Whew. I don't know if we can see way over yonder. They almost have a full wagon. They're behind some really tight gates. So we're gonna drop the rake and go take them a wagon. That way they can keep moving. All these fences out here, oi, a narrow gates. 15-foot gate should be a minimum by law. Yay, a gate. And they've got a full wagon. They probably thought I forgot about them while I was raking or something. Might as well just keep showing off this gate crossing every time. And we see this small little patch. We made about 50 bales here, this little bit of yard. More hay is good hay. Well, I get to lollygag on the wagon once again. We've got help and more help. It helps to be high sometimes. Nice tall stacks.
Hey, I had a brain fart. Leave me alone.
Well, at least pieces didn't come out. You were able to trust that one. Everybody, oh yeah, we get to say hi to Tim up close for once.
Hi.
Instead of from afar while I'm filming and he's not paying attention. But his back is turned anyways. And I'm just holding the camera. Alfalfa orchard grass isn't going to be that soft. It'll probably have more protein, but it won't be that soft. I almost want to eat this hay. This is the kind of hay they talk about it in those country songs that you roll in. Well, I actually look like I'm doing something instead of just holding the camera. Okay, who can see the baler tire? Now this may be a bit skewed, because I know we're kind of in a lower spot. How lovely. That was, oh, that one's still alive. That one was wiggling. Of course it'd be fresh. The bale was just made. Guess that's why it's still wiggling. It'll be dehydrated in the next day or so. But no, the thing is, yeah, the baler tires are wet. It's about 2 in the afternoon. But, you know, this is a bit jaded. We're not in, this is a wetter part of the field. So I can't say it's full truth. But there's wet spots. There's wet spots. But it also helps smooth this field out. This one is very rough, but the hay is so clean I don't really want to waste the good grass by tilling it up, because then I'll have more problems. I'll disturb the soil, weeds will sprout, and then I gotta get the grass growing again. So for as far as happy hay goes, we're happy there's good clean grass and sticking with it. Just drive slow and mow it wet, so that way we can mush all the rough spots down, hopefully. Yeah, this is day 3 of this. Sam's still hanging in there. I tried to let him drive. Of course, this is probably one of the few times I'll get to drive baler for the rest of the summer. And I'll be back there on the wagon. But since we're right here in front of Sam's house and he gets some hay put in his barn, let's just say I get a small bit of relaxation. Ooh, that's a thick boy. How well the camera shows off how big those windrows are, but that's just down and back on a 256 rake. That's not a whole lot of area. That's 20 feet or less raked together. If we had the old International, we'd have to single rake all this, and that would be a tight cluster to deal with. I miss that old baler. It was kind of cool, kind of slow, kind of old, kind of dependable. But you couldn't rake the windrows very big because the pickup was narrow. This baler, it's pretty wide. You can cram, it's at least a 5. I don't know if it's a full 6 foot. I can definitely stuff bigger windrows in it. Yeah, Sam wants to play in the water. He's showing off his kayak over there. That sounds delightful. Be a whole lot less dusty than being out here in the hay. There's a good breeze, the dust doesn't hang around long. It's funny how right before baling this hay, like right before I mowed it, was the last time we had any appreciable rain. And then we went over a month until we had a decent measurable rain, and that was 6/10 last week. And then we're back in it for another stretch of no rain. But hey, sometimes we need to dry to catch up on haymaking. The crops aren't liking it, but crop markets are in the dumps. Might as well focus on hay. Maybe there's a few pennies to be made there, because it sure isn't on grain right now. Fertilizer's through the roof, and market prices are in the dumps on corn and beans. Maybe I'll just make videos instead. Well, we're in first gear. This is the last wagon of the day. We're out of wagons. I don't know if the size of that windrow appears huge on camera, but we're keeping them running. We got 2 guys on the wagon, and I can't go any slower. And they're not getting a whole lot of rest time in between bales. We're getting the full use of the pickup. Glad it's an even windrow. And we're just punching them out. So I'm going to run out of space up here. I taught Tim how to rake, and he did a pretty good job. Did exactly what I told him. Well, this windrow's only like a half, and I feel like getting stuff done. So we're in third gear instead of first. And we're pretending like we're speed bailing before the rain. The clouds may look ugly, but they're not doing anything. There's rain around like Louisville today. It's a really weird trough setup. The rain's moving in an odd direction, and it's not coming here. But it was enough to scare the TV. The TV doesn't know what they're talking about. I've given up on TV weather. And I like my phone. I don't know, other internet sources have been better. For some odd reason. It's like the TV's just given up, or do they use too much government funded stuff that, well, we've lost funding for, so now it's not as good. I don't know, but the Weather Channel's been doing pretty okay for me, that and Weather Underground. Some black smoke, and we never run out of muscle. I mean, maybe sometimes, but it's not too often.